This is one of the most enjoyable lessons that I have in the series for me. It begins the introduction of how adjectives are used. Up to now, we've done mostly patterns with verbs. You can put an adjective there if you add be, like I want to be rich. I would like to be happy. You can do that. But this is going to be a formal introduction to the adjective, which we use A as the abbreviation. On the blackboard, or if you don't have a blackboard, on a piece of paper, I don't have a picture of this because I don't know how to draw a picture on the computer. But what I do is I want to orientate them to the 6 senses we have and to an easy picture to let them remember these patterns. Basically, anything you see, you can say it looks. It looks difficult if you see a test. She looks beautiful. You look tired. Anything you see. Anything you hear is it sounds. Somebody says their mother is sick. Oh, that sounds terrible. He died. That sounds horrible. That car was $50,000. Oh, that sounds expensive. Anything you hear, just don't think noisy and quiet. It sounds noisy. It sounds quiet. You can use this as a response to what anybody says. You know, he's getting married. Oh, that sounds wonderful. So anything you hear, anything you smell, you walk into the kitchen. It smells great. It smells delicious. It smells wonderful, right? Anything you taste, it tastes. It tastes cold. It tastes sweet. It tastes, bad. It tastes really hot. Anything you feel, this is the 5th sense. It feels. If you knock on the table, it feels hard. You feel my hands, they feel cold. You go outside, it feels hot. It feels humid. And finally, with your heart, I feel wonderful. I feel terrible. So with one adjective, it looks good, it sounds good, it smells good, it tastes good, it feels good, and I feel good. These are very simple to remember, an easy way to respond to what anything is said. Somebody says, I'm going to get married. I feel happy for you. Anything you taste, literally, it tastes delicious. Now, after we've gone through this a bit, the question is obviously in the present tense is does. Does it smell? Does it sound? Do you feel here? Am, should, would, can, could, and have are not in the sentence, so do, did, will, don't, didn't, won't are used in the question form. There is a PDF in that you can print out in Lesson 11. These are the very common questions. Look how simple it is. How does it look? How does it taste? How does it smell? How does it sound? How does it feel? This is when you greet somebody. How do you feel today? If you add the adjective, does it look good? Does it taste good? Does it smell good? Does it sound wonderful? Doesn't it sound wonderful? Do you feel okay? And this, of course, is the sentences that we just went over. The dynamic of this pattern and the references to the 6 senses is this. You're also able to N as a noun and S as a sentence. With this pattern, it's one of the first times that you'll be able to add a noun or a pronoun or a sentence. The questions usually are like this. What does it look like? It looks like an apple. What does it look like with the sentence? It looks like they had an accident. What does it taste like? It tastes like chicken. Does it taste like pork? Smell. What does it smell like? Does it smell like what? Does it smell like kimchi? You know, that's a Korean dish. Does it smell like they're cooking? And this, of course, is the sentence. With sound, it's the same. Does it sound like? What does it sound like? It sounds like a dog, right? It sounds like a dog. Does it sound like he is happy? That's a longer form than the shorter form. Does it sound like he's happy? Yes, it sounds like he's happy. What does it feel like? It feels like plastic. It feels like cotton, you know, if you touch this. So this adds the noun and the sentence. With a noun, if it's singular, a, an, or the go before the noun. It looks like an expensive car. She looks like a model. So you can run through a variety of variations of this with them, as you know, going between the senses. Most simply put, this is how the question is asked regarding the adjective. Does she look beautiful? Do you feel okay today? This is always the answer. It's very simple for them to remember because you've given them a visual of this. Plus, you'll begin to introduce them to a little bit how nouns and sentences can be added to a pattern. I hope you have as much fun with it as I did.